Ooh, 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 not a dead cat, baby. Say it, say it, say it, I dare you. Tell me that's a dead cat. Oh, Kachiga. Let's go. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trace Trades. We give technical analysis in different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'll give preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Let's get into the video. Today, my friends, we've got another beautiful update on ticker symbol AMC. Oh, man. It has been a great day. So far in the after hours, we are down about 4.42%, but we finished the day off at $7.70 freaking cents. And we closed the previous day at $7.04. So we're up about 10% on the day, which is not a bad day in the least bit. And my friends, we've got a lot to talk about, not only on the charts, but as in recent news as well. Oh my gosh, this is shaping up to be something absolutely beautiful. And honestly, I think the squeeze potential has increased significantly. And we're going to talk about that here. First thing I want to show you, just to get some laughs going. This meme was made for me by someone over at Twitter. This is so cool. We've got the cat. I am not a cat. I am not a hedge fund. I do not manage anyone's finances. This is a picture of me when I bought my car holding the bucket attendees. Got some diamond hands, a rocket in AMC theaters. The Gorilla Gang. Oh man, absolutely beautiful. Got to show you guys that. But anyways, let's get into the video. So I want to start off with the numbers. The numbers are what I like to focus on the most here. So I do have Ortex pulled up to show you the most relevant and recent information regarding the AMC short interest numbers, right? So there's three different things that I want to primarily focus on here, and that is utilization, cost to borrow, and the days to cover. We're going to read you off what all these mean. So utilization, if you're not familiar, is the ratio between the number of shares on loan across all outstanding loans in the wholesale market and the number of shares available for lending at lending programs. 0% means that no shares have been borrowed or lent at these lending programs. 100% means that all shares available to borrow or lend at a lending program have in fact been lent. So essentially, we are at 92% utilization, which I think is up 5% from yesterday alone. So that number is going up. What does that mean? That means that only 8% of the total lendable shares are available to short right now, which means there's a lot of shorts holding short positions in AMC. So the hedgies are trying to steal our attendees. That should have been that funny, but I think it's good. So that's great to see. That means that we're still in the battle. They keep doubling down their convictions, right? We see the numbers are extremely high, right? So take that for what it is, but I think that is a good sign. Cost to borrow. That is currently sitting at 3.03%. If I remember correctly, the cost to borrow yesterday was somewhere in the 2 range. So it's been bouncing around back and forth. Not a crazy amount of interest rate that is accruing here. This is annually accrued. So this is not really damaging the hedge funds or any sort of short, maybe if it's retail investors shorting the AMC. I don't know why you try and fight the Gorilla Gang, but teach their own. I don't think that they're considering that because that's not a high number. Honestly, that's probably about the same as you'd get on just a standard margin loan, maybe even a little bit cheaper, to be honest. So that's not a huge factor here. Days to cover is at 0.67, which is up 0.06 from 7 days ago. That's a change of about 10%. And this doesn't necessarily mean that shorts have to cover their position in 0.67 days, right? Don't interpret it as that. 0.67 as days to cover is referring to the short interest divided by the 3-month average daily volume. And take this into consideration as well. If we look at the 3-month chart here and look at the volume over the last 3 months, we did not see a huge, you're probably gonna be able to see this a little bit easier on a yearly chart. You're not going to see as much volume coming into this, 2 months ago. So the last, I would say, this is a daily chart. So last month, we've seen a pretty decent amount of volume come into this. Unusual trading volume compared to the previous 2 months that we saw prior. So that's a big significant difference, my friends. That's actually going to skew the number. In my opinion, the days to cover is going to look a lot different here. I'd say anything over 1 is a significant number to pay attention to. And that's, I think if you change the volume here to, a 1-month average, you're going to see a different perspective. I think you're going to see that it's a little more difficult for shorts to cover their positions. We have had 2 days in a row now that we've been green. Actually, 3 days in a row that we've been green. In the last 2 days, from my understanding, we have gone up 10%. So, man, the tendies are looking real tasty. They're steamy. They're spicy. This is looking beautiful. I've got nothing but good things to say about how this is shaping out. We've got another institutional buyer that stepped in here today. So we're going to show you this. Principal Financial Group Incorporated. We have a reporting date of February 23rd, 2021. This doesn't necessarily mean they bought in today, right? But this does mean that they filed on this given day, and they are up, in their current shares. So quarterly change in shares, they're up 42.3%. Ownership in the company is about 0.100%. So not a lot of ownership, right? Compared to the total outstanding shares. That's not a huge stake by any means. But nonetheless, that does mean that there are more institutions that continue to step into the game here. We had these companies, man, there was a ton of them. Charles Schwab, Engineers, Price, Nuveen, Tudor, LMR, Paloma, Glenmead, SquarePoint, all these companies took stakes in AMC on February 16th, which is astronomical. That is a lot of companies buying into this. And 5 of these actually bought into Amazon, which we've talked about prior on the channel, right? There is a possibility of an Amazon acquisition. We've got a bunch of different things that could lead into that. If you want to check that out, I want to keep the most relevant information that I can on this video. So check out one of the previous videos if you'd like to see that information. I'll try and save as much time here as I can. But this is the most recent institutional ownership, the most recent hedge fund. And I talk about this, guys. I said it way back. You can look at any of my videos. I said there are going to be institutions and hedge funds that decide to go long on this. This is going to be cutthroat. And I don't think that's necessarily because they're trying to fight for the little guy, but because they're trying to make money. So think about this logically, right? If hedge funds or institutions are stepping into this long, and we see this is happening, right? This is not a dead cat. Not a dead cat. I honestly do not understand. I do not understand in the least bit anybody that tells me this is a dead cat, because you are just not looking at the big picture. You're not. You are thinking so microscopically right now. The GameStop squeeze, the GameStop situation took a long time to play out. And the squeeze potential is 100% here for this. And if it's not, you can see that there's institutions that think there's an opportunity to make money. So, I mean, screw me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe all of these guys are wrong. I don't even care if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, that means that there's 9 hedge funds in the last 2 weeks that are also wrong. So I'd be pretty surprised. But institutions are not buying the companies they don't think are going to go up. So we called this, my friends, the community here at Trace Trades, the Gorilla Gang. We said hedge funds are going to go long on this, and it is, in fact, happening. I've got IBorrowDesk pulled up here, and I changed over to this from Fintel because it's got some more relevant information. It lets us look at a large-scale perspective of overall data. So what we have here is we're going to look at the data from all of today of February 23rd. And you can see that we had 1.6 million total short shares available, and it decreased to 1.5 million and really pretty much stagnated. At the lowest point today, we had 1.4 million shares total. The borrowing rate and fee went down. That is 2.1% annually accrued interest, right? So not anything crazy, not any sort of crazy. That's pretty low. That's pretty decently low. That lines up well with what we were talking about here in the Ortex numbers, the 92% utilization. But we actually had a time yesterday when the total short shares available for lending was somewhere like 10,000, meaning that shorts are really freaking doubling down on their positions here, guys. That is nasty. That's nasty. I do want to pull up Fintel for, the total volume that we did see here recently. So we're going to pull up short interest here and just check it out on Fintel. Not necessarily for the short interest numbers, but because I want to show you the total volume that we saw the previous day. So on the 22nd, we had what would have been 172 million in total volume, 27 million in total short volume. According to Fintel, we do know that they have been kind of misrepresenting these numbers, which would be 16% of the total short volume ratio. We're not going to look at the total short shares available. They're going to look at the current borrowing rate. But what I do want to point out, which is interesting, is these puts and calls. So I actually have a couple different pictures pulled up here, and this is going to relate to a gamma squeeze. So check this out. What do we have here? Well, let's just do a little peek. I'm going to zoom in. So this is a little bit blurry, but check this out. Essentially what this is showing you is AMC getting gamma squeeze contracts volume for February 26, 2021. We've got a lot of calls. Look at this. This is insane. I don't know if you can read this right now, but I'll read this off to you. That's 82,000, 47,000, 7,000, 5,000, 468, 605. That's a lot. So check this out. She's referring to the approximate 120,000 call options with strike prices of 6 and 650 that are now in the money. 47K plus 82K volume column on the left. If these contracts are activated, it could trigger 120,000 times 100 AMC shares, because one contract is worth 100 shares, right? To be bought from the market, which in turn causes a big price increase or squeeze. This squeeze is associated with call options is called a gamma squeeze. I've been asked about that a lot. What is a gamma squeeze trade? What's the difference between a gamma squeeze and a short squeeze, right? This is a gamma squeeze. This happens when call options have to be purchased because they are in the money. I've got another little picture pulled up here, which is going to help walk us through that, just for a little better explanation in case you didn't understand that. A gamma squeeze is probably imminent. Based on the fact that 120,000 February 26 calls at 6 and 650 were bought yesterday and now in the money, this means the clearinghouses and market makers have to hold on to 12 million more AMC shares and take them out of circulation to deliver them upon owners of these call options, exercising them this Friday. That means 12 million less shares to pay back the enormous amount of shares shorted on AMC. So do your homework and don't believe the naysayers. We are set up pretty well for a gamma short squeeze. Check out my research if you don't believe me. The shorters are praying to drop the stock price below $6 by Friday. We have to make sure that doesn't happen. Collapse. So in my personal opinion, if you want to see this gamma squeeze situation take place, I think you're looking at a pretty important scenario here. You're going to want to keep this stock price above that in the money play for these options, right? Which would be between $6 and $6.50. If we look at this on a 1 month chart, we're currently sitting at $7.43. We basically want those options by February 26th to stay in the money. We don't want them to be at the money or out the money, right? Because that doesn't necessarily mean that these clearinghouses are going to have to keep those shares available, right? Because we want that to happen. That is going to push this gamma squeeze. Those call options then are going to get exercised, and it's going to push some insane price action. You're going to see a nasty, nasty squeeze on AMC. So that is beautiful. One last thing that I want to show you here is a little bit speculative, and I just want to show you this because this is an algorithm system that is coming up with these numbers, but I still think it's significant and interesting to show you. This is Fidelity Active Trader Pro, and this is showing you the projected price for AMC. That is nasty. It is projecting $636 by middle of May. Holy Toledo! If this hits $636, slap my grandma. I love you, grandma, but slap my grandma because that is insane. That'd be nasty. I'll tell you what, I'm going to buy a Tesla, and I'm going to buy a second Tesla, and I'm going to give it away to somebody because we're going to be sitting in some freaking nasty, nasty, nasty money. That'd be insane. You're going to be looking at, I mean, if you have an average cost of $10, right, and it hits $636, we'll just say $600, right? You are looking at such an that's 6,000% increase. You could have put $1,000 into this, and I don't know what that comes out to, guys, but what is that, 60x? So you turn $1,000 into 60 grand, $10,000 into 600 grand. That's life-changing money. Life-changing. So I'm not necessarily saying that's going to happen. It's just what a Fidelity Trader Pro is saying. The algorithm is saying, right? It's interesting to say, but I don't want to give any, false hopes. Nonetheless, I do think it is interesting to you, and I want to give you guys all the information that I find so you can do your own due diligence and sift through the information, decide what you believe, decide what you don't, make your best investing decisions. I did take today's opportunity. We had a little bit of a dip here in the pre-market to purchase more shares. In my current Webull account, I have 626 shares at a dollar cost average of $8.09. If I just check here real quick, that comes out to a total market value of $5,067 before losses. After losses, I am down about 8.58% or $434. So I'm currently sitting at about $4,600 in value. In my other brokerage account, I have another 155 shares. So sitting just under 800 total shares of AMC, and I'm taking every opportunity that I can to continue purchasing AMC as I do still see some huge upside here. I've been averaging down as much as I possibly can, and honestly, I think the opportunity to average down is starting to run slim. I said this in my previous videos, guys. Nobody believed me. I said, I don't think we're going to drop much lower than $5, and I saw all these people saying, nope, $4, nope, $3, nope, $1. You were wrong. You were wrong, my friends. The charts say what the charts say. We had the setup. We had the George W. We had this nasty, nasty double bottom here. We got one bottom there. We got another bottom here, right? We broke this level of resistance with the triple top. We've got 1, 2, 3 tops right here. Broke that with a wide range candle, right? It is treated as a level of support. We had a false break underneath there. Got a 2 lows, high close, right? That looks nice. Had a huge ascending level of support here. Just some filthy, filthy movement. This is nasty, my friends. That looks beautiful. Down about 3% here in the after hours, but we are sitting at $7.70 at the close, $7.44 right now. My friends and family, this is looking dirty. So I am going to continue to add to my position, my friends. I dumped a little over $1,000 into this here today. I am so jacked for what's to come with AMC, and I cannot wait for the day when everyone here at the Gorilla Gang can tell all those naysayers, because my family, my friends, I know it's been hard. It's been challenging. It has been such a roller coaster. We have been hanging in there for so long, and even if the squeeze doesn't happen, right? Even if the Amazon acquisition doesn't happen, you're going to make money on this. You are going to make money on this. I have high conviction, right? The price is psychological if you have conviction in the cause. And I have conviction in the cause here, my friends. Don't let the price beat you down. Don't let the naysayers beat you down. Don't let the bears beat you down. If you need to, stop reading the negative comments, right? Sometimes all it's going to do is sway your interest. It's going to sway your opinion of a stock, right? Stay true to what you believe. Now, I'm not telling you not to look at the facts. Look at the facts, right? So if a situation changes, then it fundamentally changes. But if it doesn't, right, and you listen to these people try to sway your opinion just based on their negative thoughts, that's only going to beat you up. So don't let that happen, my friends. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to convictions. Do your homework. Do your due diligence. And I believe this is still in a good game plan territory. One thing that I really particularly like, and I've been saying this forever, for a squeeze to happen, we need the volume to step up, and it is stepping up. We saw 263 million total volume here today, which was about 100 million higher than the previous day. I stated this in my previous video, but I said I think in order to see a true short squeeze, we're going to see it somewhere between 400 and 500 million shares total to get that and start rolling up again, right? It's going to do that snowball effect. We hit 400, 500 million, it's going to hit up on those leading gappers, right? Hits those leading gappers, you're going to have day traders that step into this and start pushing the stock price. So that is some significant information, my friends. I see a lot. I see some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not necessarily guaranteeing you a squeeze is going to happen here, but look at this on the daily chart, my friends. This looks like the beginning of a nasty dip and rip situation. We had the dip, we had the consolidation. We're starting the rip, and on a grand scale perspective of things, where is the band-aid going to rip? Where's the situation where this is really going to go to town? Right here. $8.50. This rips over $8.50, guys. That is going to be off to the races. Why $8.50, right? This is the level in which the cup essentially formed. In fact, we're just going to move this up a hair. We're going to say $8.70. So $8.70, we break over this neckline, and this is some uncharted territory. This is going to be right back up there to test these previous highs at $20.36. This is a great technical setup, my friends. I have the utmost conviction in this, and that is what I have for the video today. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. This is version 4 for the desktop. Great platform that allows you to start trading at 4 a.m. in the pre-market. If you use my link, you get 2 free stocks to the $100 deposit. I will receive a free stock. Great way to support the channel, my friends. And if you're not interested, that is totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. I also have a link to the merch store in the description box down below. This is a pretty cool cup I got. It's a George W. cup. Looks pretty sick. We've also got a Gorilla Gang cup. I've got some other merch coming in the mail. If you want to check that out, there is a link to that in the description box down below as well. If not, that is cool too. And that is what I have for you today. So thank you for watching, my friends. I'll see you all next time. Take it easy and peace.